Hello, and welcome to another edition of Jackal's Corner. I thank you guys for tuning in today. I know we usually are here Thursday nights, but some things happened and we weren't able to make it back from Louisiana in time. So these guys were cool enough to allow us to push it to Friday, which is better because fucking Fridays are awesome. And they are the perfect day for music and jamming. So, I just want to give some shout outs to my sponsors, to 5x5 Brewery, for giving us these beers. And I want to say, if you guys are out there needing some brews, get your butts out to 5x5 Brewery. Take care of them as they've taken care of us. They're always there for us, so let's go support them right now during the hardest time for anybody who is in music, in a business, anything like that. Now is the time that we need to support local. That's just it. We need to be supporting our local people no matter what it is, whether they have a shop, whether they have a fruit stand, whatever they have, you can get anything you need local. So let's start doing that. Let's start supporting our people. Instead of giving all this money to people who don't give a fuck if we live or die.
Amen, brother.
Yep.
So with that, I want to give a shout out to Concert Culture. If you guys need any sound gear done for your shows or private events, parties, whatever, get hold of Concert Culture or get hold of Matt Rios. He's got anything you need. Also, Snack Attack, thank you for providing snacks for us. Also for making us our Jackal's Corner shirts and masks. Those will be available soon. Details will be posted to the Jackal's Corner page. And with that, I shall take a drink of this 5x5.
Cheers.
Cheers, brothers. Right now, I'm actually drinking the 5x5. Well, it's not called Ralph. Or is it?
Yeah, it is. Latte Le Ralph. Latte Le Ralph.
Okay.
Like a troll name.
So, it does sound like a troll name, but it is definitely not a troll beer.
A troll name.
It stands at a strong 7 point.
Woo.
And for those of you who drink Budweiser, that's like 2.5 Budweisers. So go get yourself a 5x5 and stop letting Budweiser steal your money.
Yep.
And my guests are drinking the October.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's the Oktoberfest.
Yep.
And I believe that stands at a 6 point.
Yes,
So-
sir. That is a 6 point.
So if you want some strong beers that are at a quality brewing, get your butts out to 5x5. So without further ado, let me introduce you to a guest that I have been waiting to get on my show since I first started doing Jackal's Corner. So this is over a year coming. I give to you guys now, Never High. What's up, guys?
What's
Not
up?
much.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Congrats on the show.
Thank you, man. So we've been talking here and there about getting you on here, and you guys have been sending me for a while now y'all's progress. But before we get into that, how about you guys take some time, give the backstory, tell the story about you guys and how you guys came to be and all that.
Okay. Basically, this all kind of started, about 4 years ago, actually. My parents had an intervention for me. And it was kind of a deal of like, hey, you got to stop, you got to get off the heroin, you got to get off the opioids, you got to change your life. It was kind of a sneak attack. I didn't really appreciate a lot of it, but after it was done, my father took me aside and he told me, you need a hobby. You need a hobby that's not, because I was into bodybuilding before I got into heroin and all that, which led me into that. But like, you need a hobby that doesn't involve needles. You need something different. You used to play guitar, go get a guitar. And that kind of just stuck in my head. I was driving down the road, saw a Guitar Center, pulled in, and they had a Lennon replica guitar that I'd always wanted. I went ahead and bought it and just started writing some songs. From there, sent them out on band mix, met the drummer, met the guitarist, and we just started like that. We were a 3-piece for about a year and a half, and then a good friend of mine, Dave Olvera, ended up back in the Valley from Austin. He's a musician, was in a bunch of bands up there, and we had actually gone to high school together and been in a band together a long time ago. So he was down, he drew me to check it out. He did, and we just kind of from there just put it together, and we've been working at it ever since, just trying to improve the project.
Yeah, man, and I dig that, and I think that's the thing that moved me so much was that you had told me that story, and it hit really hard. I mean, with me, because I have a lot of my friends who I've lost because they chose not to listen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, so many great musicians have lost that battle. And that's one that it just, when I hear it, I'm just like, man, no, because it's one of those drugs that sneak up on you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're one day this guy that is doing these great positive things, and then before you know it, you're just like needing it so bad.
Yep.
And my wife, actually, she used to be really bad with like pain medications, like super bad. And I'm proud of this woman because I told her one day, like, you gotta stop this. It's like killing you.
Yeah.
And she just stopped. Like literally just okay.
Wow, that's tough.
And I tell her that all the time. I'm like, you don't understand, man. Like how hardcore you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's like, I don't get it. I'm like, no, like, holy shit, like just hardcore.
It's a huge deal, man.
Yeah, and she hasn't touched them. She hasn't, and it's been like, I want to say, 7 years.
Wow.
None of it.
Wow.
And even when doctors prescribe it, she's like, no.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
That's hardcore.
And I'm proud of her because I know how hard that is, because I know it's not a person choosing that they want that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's not, and that's the reason why I am a person who I will straight out bitch slap a motherfucker who tells a person, you choose this. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you walked their shoes, you have no right to give any kind of opinion.
Yeah.
Any kind. You can give advice and say, hey, try this. Okay, sure. That's fine. But when you start judging a person, that's when you go wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Everybody has a road. And sometimes, and a lot of people don't believe in this belief, but I do. Sometimes that's that person's path.
Yeah.
That's what does the one thing that they needed. For you, if you hadn't gone down that path, you may never have picked up your guitar again and
for sure.
and played.
For sure.
And now it's brought you to this point, which is going to teach other people who are tuning in, which is going to keep reaching and reaching and reaching. So everything in life has a reason, because it's a grander thing than we could ever understand.
Yeah.
What about you, my brother?
Yeah, so I was up in Austin. I grew up here in the Valley. I went up to UT when I was 18. I started playing music up there, doing open mics and stuff at first, and got in a bunch of bands, played a bunch of rock and roll over there, some punk and hardcore, toured around a bunch. And yeah, early on me and Daniel had a little band going together. We had a little thing that we never got off the ground. There was like guitar and me, and we'd always try to write. Him and then finally we got another band together. We played in that for a little bit, and then he moved back down here, and then I continued playing, and then finally, man, I don't know what, 20 years later, something like that, something ridiculous like that. After I was done over in Austin, I decided I wanted to come back, and I moved down here, and he was one of the first dudes that just so happens they were looking for a bassist. He was like, "Come on down," so I went down and met up with him. Down at the gym, and then ever since I was just like, oh, well, you need a bass player, well, you got one now. And everything else kind of fell into place after that. So.
Yeah.
You see, that's actually pretty cool. It kind of sounds like Tenacious D.
Put the butt cheeks together.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's see, there's a lot of people who they force their band.
Yeah.
in a way that they say, oh, well, we want the best guitarists and the best bassists. And we want the best.
Let's
and
put
best
some
and
ads
best."
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they put these people together that totally don't mesh at all.
Yeah.
But they're all together because they're like, we are the best, so we should be there. I'm like,
Do you know how fast I can play my scales?
yeah, you know, and I'm like, come on, man, like for real. You look at bands like Pink Floyd, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
They hated each other. They hate each other, but the thing is this: they all came to a common ground that making sure the most beautiful music is written at all time at top quality was their one common ground that linked them. You have these bands that say, "Well, it's just because we're the best, and that's why." If you're the best, then why the hell are you playing a stage that has 5 people?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
After you've been playing for 17 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you still don't have a following because you're arrogant ass cracks, and you're not going to get out there. You need to mesh. You have to mesh, or you have the one person that says, "I wrote this. You guys are going to play this."
Right. Right.
That never fucking works.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You cannot have creative people and are told, "Don't be creative. I'm the only one to be creative."
Right. Right. Right.
You know, you cannot do that.
That's a different game. That's like more like a hired gun, you know.
Yeah, and I don't play that crap. I never have. Even with my bands, I tell them, they're like, "Oh, you're the vocalist. You're the leader. So you write the stuff." And I'm like, "No, the fuck you say." We are all creative people. The whole point of this is for us all to put our expression in.
Yeah.
So do it.
No,
You
for
know,
sure.
and they freak out because a lot of, especially vocalists, will not. They're just like, "This is the way I heard it, and it's got to be this way."
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, maybe you heard it that way so that it could be creative to you, so that you could share it with your band, and they throw in some stuff,
Yeah.
and it makes it better.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
You gotta allow for it to be shaped a little bit, you know.
Well, yeah, you have to. You see, and then you have people who rush it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it always can't tend to be about chemistry. You know, the thing with this is I'm not a musician, to be honest with you, at all. But these guys are, and the chemistry is so good because I can be emotionally naked in front of them
Yeah.
and put out what I need to put out. And the songs are written by all of us because they're the ones that come up with the dynamics of the songs. You know,
Right,
to get at. So yeah, chemistry is always the number one thing in a band, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be, and people forget that. People forget that it's a relationship.
Yep, it sure is.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, for sure.
You know.
Oh, it's like having 4 different wives.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
wives.
My dad told me that when I was younger, he would always he told me that music, if you're ever gonna choose music, he says whatever girl you end up with needs to know that it's her and your 5 wives or 4 wives,
Yeah.
because you were married to that band. And he's right. And in some cases, when a band breaks up, it's worse than a divorce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you got salty, shady bitches. You know.
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the problem, because you know, freaking bitches like to hook up together and make one's life fucking hell.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know, so you have to choose your band wisely. You have to play with people that you mesh with, and you could tell. When a person plays music, you could tell if the band has chemistry or not.
Yeah.
For sure.
You
For
can
sure.
feel it.
You can feel it. Oh yeah. See, I was about to say.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah, and it's all about feeling. If it's not feeling good, you're not doing it right.
There's like there's so many bands down here that I love so much. Because I just feel them. One of my favorite bands down here is actually 40 Caliber Kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
They're great.
Man, those dudes, I'll tell you,
They're always riffing away.
I have been to so many shows, and I'm sick. I'm not supposed to get in mosh pits. I'm not supposed to be jumping up and down at shows anymore. But when they play, I feel like I did when I was in high school.
Badass.
Cool.
And listening to freaking my 90s grunge bands, and I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You know, and I just start jumping up and down and just feeling that, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it because for that instance, I'm not sick.
Yeah.
Right. You forget about everything. Everything goes
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
And I'm just feeling like my old self again. And a band that can do that, that's special.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Because any band can have a guitarist that can shred badass and write badass music and have some badass drum shit going on, but to make somebody feel that, to take them back to a spot where they were happy again.
Yeah.
That's unique.
That's
Yeah.
powerful stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know.
That's the music taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey guys, so got you guys here. So would you guys like to play some music?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can play a song
sure.
for you.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Play one for you.
Okay, so I'll let you guys go ahead and introduce your song.
Okay, this is a song that was supposed to make it on the new EP, but it didn't. It'll be on our next EP. We're always trying to release EPs about every 3 months. The song is called The Catch, and it's kind of about what you're talking about, you know, like when you have a problem with addiction, it's not something that chose you, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I look at heroin and it's kind of a catch. Like you think that you're trading off something for it and you're never going to get that back.
Yeah.
And that's what the song is basically about.
All right.
So hopefully you guys like it.
Cool.
I brace for the fall, the cocaine withdrawals. Maybe you could save me, baby. I'm mentally ill and I can't stand still. Maybe love can save me, baby. Maybe God can save me, baby. That was the catch. There's no going back. Your love was a trap. I lied on my back for you. That was the catch. There's no going back. Your love was a trap. I lied on my back for you. There's blood in the stall, I'm losing it all. Maybe you could save me, baby. I'm up on the wall, the big dicks they fall. Maybe you could love me, baby. Maybe God can save me, baby. That was the catch. There's no going back. Your love was a trap. I lied on my back for you. That was the catch. There's no going back. Your love was a trap. I lied on my back for you. You never did give yourself to it. You never could give yourself to it. Not you, and you. You never could give yourself to it. You never could give yourself to it. Not you. I brace for the fall, those cocaine withdrawals. Maybe you could save me, baby. I'm mentally ill and I can't stand still. Maybe love can save me, baby. Maybe God can save me, baby. That was the catch. There's no going back. Your love was a trap. I fall on my back for you. That was the catch. There's no going back. lie on my back for you. For you.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
So that's called The Catch.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
really
hands
awesome
called
song.
the cat.
Thanks,
Coming
man.
one day.
Hell yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Definitely, man. So how familiar are you guys with like bands here in the valley?
Pretty familiar. We've been playing out like for 2 years, so we played with a lot of the guys out here, which are great. Hotel Diplomats,
Mm-hmm.
Mars Overdrive, Melodrama, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Overt Enemy. I mean, there's tons of great ones. Perfuse. There's tons of guys out there.
Which is Mars Overdrive. If you guys are watching tonight, hit me up.
shout out.
I want you guys on here.
Yeah, they're a great band. Great band. For sure.
Definitely. So yeah, man. I've been checking a lot of the bands out here. Some of my favorites are Viber Haven. Like, I love those
Yeah.
guys.
They're good. Yep.
Those guys have a beautiful story too. They're actually their bassist and their drummer were friends from like in like kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
Elementary, some shit.
Cool.
Like they all became they became friends because they both like Dragon Ball Z or something.
Oh, wow.
Like that. And
Nice.
they just became best friends. And
That's awesome.
A band together. Their kids growing up together. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
It's like a dream come
the
true.
best friend
Yeah.
freaking packed right
For
there.
sure. It
You
is.
know,
That's
and,
beautiful.
and they're such good people, man. They're some of my favorite people, not just musician wise,
Mhm.
as in just people.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For
They
sure.
are such cool people. I talked about their bassist, Jesus, the other one of my other podcasts.
Mhm.
That this guy, one of my heart attacks I had, he came to the hospital. He sneaks into the hospital, and he comes in and sees me, and then he's like, "Hey, have you eaten?" And I was like, "Nah, man, this fucking food is shit."
Of course.
He's he tells her, "Hey, can I bring him something to eat?" And they're like, "By no means are you able to bring him anything." He's like, "Okay." So he comes in and he sits with me for a while. He's like, "I'll be back, man." And he leaves. He comes back in and he has his EMT outfit on, so they don't even bother to check him. He just walks in, he unzips it, and he's like, "Yeah, I brought you some Subway, bro." I was
That's
like,
badass.
"That's a fucking bro
That's
right
badass.
there, man."
Oh yeah. Now the hospital food is pretty bad, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know, that's a homie, man, right there.
Right there, dude. I was like,
That's awesome.
fucking homies for life right
That's
there,
awesome.
man.
That's beautiful.
You
Oh,
know,
that's huge.
that's these type of people, you know,
Yeah,
how they are. And I've learned one thing down here is that musicians down here are just another level.
Yeah.
They either like you or they fucking love you. There's no in between. But then you do have the ones that say they like you and then they don't like you.
Right.
But you find those quickly. But
Yeah, the fakes.
it's one or the other, man, here, man. And I'm like, let's keep it simple.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's like that a lot of places, man. So it's always best to do things like that, like
Yeah.
this, where you hang out and you get to really talk and just kind of.
Well, yeah, and like with me, I mean, one of my heroes. I don't know if you guys remember. Back on MTV, there was a guy named Matt Pinfield.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that.
That's my hero. I always want to be like
Nice.
him.
Uh-huh.
And he was one of those that didn't ask the typical questions of bands.
For
He
sure.
allowed a band to speak how they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But the man had such mad knowledge of every
Music,
fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of pride myself on that I know this stuff. And my wife always tells me all the time, she's like, "Your encyclopedia of useless knowledge." And then she'll be like, "Babe, who sings this song?" And I'm like, "Oh, Book of Useless Knowledge, huh?" Yes, it's
awesome.
very useful to you now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, but music's always been my passion, my love forever. Like, it's everything to me.
Yeah.
So,
No, it saves lives, man, for sure.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
without a doubt, it
Sure.
does. Without
For
a
sure.
doubt, it does. I mean, I'm one of those people who music has been my saving grace so many
Mhm.
times.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I'm not a person that believes in religion
Mhm.
at all.
Mhm.
I believe a person should just be whoever the hell they are. But if you have your stuff, then I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever brings you peace.
Right.
I don't care. As long as it doesn't make you an asshole, you're cool to me.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Mhm.
I don't care. I do care when people judge somebody because of that.
Yeah.
Because that's wrong.
Right.
I mean, you may not believe in it, but leave them alone. If they're not bothering you, then leave them alone.
Yeah.
That goes for anything in their life. You know, if they want to be gay, let them be gay.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I tell my homeboys who tell me, "Oh, that's just wrong." I'm like, listen, until they put it into your butthole, don't fucking complain. You know, like fuck that, dude. You know, like I say, any of it's fine. But like I am a person who I do stand behind the people that are saying, you know, save our children, all that. That is wrong. You should not freaking ever harm a child in any way, shape, or form.
For sure.
Hell no. I don't care. The most peaceful yoga instructor will whoop a motherfucker's ass for that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So I do stand behind that. So I do put that out there because you have to let people know where you do stand on things because when you do say that people should live however they want, of course you have the people that are like, say, oh, he agrees with me.
You said it.
He agrees. He agrees with me. No, I don't agree with you. I don't. And if people get offended, then just tell me where they live and I will ship them some Preparation H right on over. Because I really don't care, you know? Right is right, wrong is wrong.
For sure.
And that's just it.
For sure.
You want to do whatever you want to do in life, fucking A. Just don't fuck a child's life.
For
up.
sure. For sure.
Fucking A, and we can be A-okay.
And you can feel it, you know, when it's wrong or when it's right.
Yeah.
But I'm like you, man. I kind of try to simplify it because everything's so crazy all the time. So it's like, it's like, are you being an asshole or are you not being an asshole?
Yeah.
So that's like the first question. And it's like, okay, well, I'm cool with anybody doing anything.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do what I want to do, and
as long as you're not hurting other people, you know, it shouldn't be an issue.
I mean,
you know,
facts are facts, man.
So it goes back to the question: you being an asshole or not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking of religion and stuff, you know, I grew up with a father that was a missionary and a preacher. And for me, rock and roll was a big escape. I wasn't allowed to listen to it. I had to cut my hair. I couldn't have the albums. I had to hide everything. Yeah. And it really was, you know, what saved my life. And nothing against my father at all. You know, he's a great guy, but it was just different views on stuff.
For sure.
So, you know, it's funny because when I met this guy, I was about probably 8 years old on the bus. And this dude was a little older, about 9, a little older than me. And we lived right by each other. So the bus would pick him up, then come pick me up. And I was this little kid that would get on the bus and just scream to the top of my lungs any song I could sing, you know, because it was my 5 minutes of escape, you know what I'm saying? That I had, you know what I'm getting at? So, yeah, it's all very weird stuff. But a story with my dad, going back to that, just to clear and that real quick, I would send him the songs that I would do them, and you know I was just like, "Hey, Dad, this stuff's kind of out there. I don't know what you're gonna think about it, but it's just honest. So I'm gonna be honest with what I'm saying. So just check it out."
Yeah.
So I sent him the song "Hey," and he would just kind of be like, "Yeah, it's okay." And I sent him the song "Hey, Dad," and that song is about, you know, a father who's an addict trying to raise his son when his son figures out what's going on.
Right.
And a very kind of personal thing to me was kind of going on in my life at that point. And he called me back and he had tears in his eyes and said, "Hey, you know what? That's a fucking real song. That's a beautiful song. Like, keep doing what you're doing." You know, that was kind of the point to me that, you know, doing something right. You know what I'm getting at? Because it brought two different kind of worlds together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
But yeah, I agree with you. You know, as long as you're not being an asshole, not hurting others.
Dude, without music, that connection would never
happen. You know what I'm saying?
And that happens a lot. You know, like I said, I don't believe in a religion, but there is Christian music out there that I listen to, and I'm like, man, I feel that, man.
Right on.
You know, like I like stuff like "Mercy Me" and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, the song "I Could Only Imagine." You have to have no soul to not love that song. Like, straight out, like he literally paints this most beautiful picture with his words, and you're like, "Holy crap, yeah, dude."
Yeah. I don't think I've heard it.
It's pretty good.
You know, I've seen I've shown friends of mine that are straight out like Satanists that song, and they're just like, "Oh, that is so beautiful," and I'm like, "That sounds so fucking creepy coming from you," but I get you, man.
Yeah, but that's how when you know the song's good. It crosses all the barriers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for sure.
You know,
For sure.
and that's the thing is that music should always not only transition through the different genres and everything, but it should through time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the reason why people could put on stuff like Led Zeppelin, Black Dog, and it still brings up that feeling. You may never have lived in that time, but you feel like you lived in that time when you hear Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
you want to roll up a fucking doobie and fucking just peace and love and smoke that fat motherfucker. You know, the same thing with Bob Marley. You put on Marley and you're like, fuck, I feel Rastafarian all of a sudden. You know, but it's the same thing with like you put on stuff like Mark Haggard or George Jones or any of them. It takes you to a certain spot.
For sure.
And you're automatically drunk.
You're right. Instant. Well, if you put George Jones on, you might be drunk and unattractive.
There you go.
So, but you know, and that's what shows good music, you know, and there's from all genres, there's music like that, and I can't stand a person who says, "Oh, I only like this."
Yeah.
This is all I listen to. Oh, you're a sad person then.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't love music. A person who loves music will give anything a chance.
Yeah.
See, my wife was the first person who ever showed me Lady Gaga. Like, my wife is about to be 50. She shows me Lady Gaga, and at first I was like, "Oh God," because usually my wife listens to a lot of stuff like most of the young girls listen to, and so when she tells me stuff, I'm like, "Oh God, it's some more of that freaking teeny bop fucking music," and she put that on, and I just listened to it with a musician's ear, and I was just like, "Oh my God. This chick is fucking talented as fuck."
Yeah.
She's got some pipes, man.
Yeah. And then I started listening to her other stuff, and it's just so emotional and real. And I was like, fuck yeah. That's a breath of fresh air compared to what Hollywood is and
for sure.
California's been pumping out their fucking sewage hole for the last
a long time.
fucking decade. You know, I think the last real good music was in the 90s.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know.
it. For sure.
After that, now we got some good people like
Here
Cody
and there,
Jinks that is just amazing. If you haven't listened to Cody Jinks, listen to Cody Jinks.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially anybody who's ever been an alcoholic, an addict, anything. Listen to Cody Jinks.
Yeah.
He gets you.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to him and I'm like, this guy
Yeah.
fucking gets me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing. My wife's the one that really started getting me into country, which is another thing. It's like we're two opposites, which shows like two opposites can actually survive.
For sure.
You know, I'm this party metalhead. You know, she's a country girl.
Yeah.
Likes to be isolated to herself. Every now and then she'll come out and drink one of her little Smirnoffs, and then, all right, I'm going back to my room.
Yeah.
You know. But we've made it work for 18 years.
That's
awesome. Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a key to things in life is whether it's a person you marry or date or it's a best friend or somebody you need somebody who is that person.
Yeah.
Who is there for you for all your shit.
Yeah.
You know, because as humans we go through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to have that solid. You know, that you can go to with any of your problems and
For sure.
and they're there not to judge but have your back and be like, hey, this is the way. Come on, man. I got you. And for me it just happens to be my wife. You know, and that's a rarity. I hear a lot of people say, oh man, my marriage sucks. And I'm like, well then why are you with that person? Obviously you're not made to be with that person.
Yeah.
You know, we took that trip to Louisiana, and that was my main thing I was talking about was how much I miss my wife. You know,
That's cool, man.
I just miss her so much. You know, I enjoy coming home to her, and I don't get guys who are like, fuck my wife, wife. And I'm like, man, that's your girl, dude. What are you talking about, man?
In any case, if you're not happy, then why you with her?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it. Why are you gonna trash your girl, make her seem like a bad person? I was like, you understand something? Women are not like men.
Amen to that.
There is like 25 motherfuckers waiting to yo chick.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight up.
That's true.
She ain't gotta put up with your shit.
For sure.
So you should feel lucky that she does, you know?
We're animals.
You know? But yeah, man, so what have you guys been doing lately? You guys got
Working on a
stuff?
new EP. It's coming out in about 3 weeks. We got the first single already the video out and released. It's called Needle Fix. And it's been all right. We got about 18,000 views on Facebook in about 3 weeks with it, so it's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good.
I'd say extremely good.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. So we're gonna follow that up with the EP, which it's gonna be a 3-song EP. We'll release that in 3 weeks. And from there, we're looking for a rhythm guitarist to kind of help fill up the whole sound of the band, and just gonna try to put something together in this downtime to come out and really kick some ass when things open up again.
Any particular things you're looking for in a guitarist? In your guitarist?
A guy who can keep a rhythm, because our guitar, we have one guitar player right now, Scott, and he's more of a lead kind of sound guy. And he on the records he does all this great shit, you know, but live we need someone that keep the rhythm so he can do his experimental sounds and stuff like that, which bring that ambience to the band, you know.
Right.
So yeah, somebody can really keep some good rhythm. We've been holding auditions. You know, we have one this Tuesday with the guy coming up. But yeah, we're just trying to, and it's really about, you know, chemistry. Can the guy come in and how does it feel? You know, if it feels good, that's the main thing about it, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, we're looking for that, and like I said, from there we want to bunker down, and we still got about 5 more songs for another EP we want to do, but we really want to get something together so when things open up, we can go out and really kick some ass.
Yeah, definitely,
you know.
Man. So there you have it, guys. Anybody out there listening, guys, girls out there listening, you think you can take that part? Hit these guys up, Never High, on their Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, and get the detailed info on how you can get yourself an audition to jam with these cats.
For sure.
So yeah, man. So about how long have you been playing, my brother?
With the band, probably I guess it was like summer of 2017. So probably 3 years now.
Yeah, before that they've been playing his whole. When did you start playing? Like forever, right? 19, 18.
Yeah, probably like 18. So I knew like a few bass lines, and so I've always played bass. And so I knew a few bass lines when I was younger, but never really like played. And then once I moved to Austin and I turned 18, I bought my first guitar down there at Straight Music downtown.
Nice, yeah.
And I just started fucking writing songs, you know. Shit was kind of crazy, and a lot of shit was going on at the same time. I just started writing songs. So yeah, ever since then, I just kept playing and playing. And obviously in Austin, it's, you know, it's kind of another job, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you know, went at it really hard, toured around the country a lot with different bands and stuff. And I've been in all sorts of different bands, and finally, you know, I was like, oh man, it's getting too big, a little too crazy. I needed to take a step back. South by Southwest had just hit again. I was just like, man, shit's too crazy, man. I need a break, and I felt like it was a good time to come back home and hang out. I got a brother down here in Familia and stuff, so that's been real mellow. And now that shit's gotten crazy, man, I'm kind of glad because it'd be a lot crazier over there right now. So.
With all going on.
I still got a lot of friends over there. I wish best. Again, they're struggling. A lot of my family over there is all venue owners, musicians. Obviously, is pretty much was my whole life for a really long time. So yeah, they're struggling right now, trying to keep things open and stuff like that. Obviously, just like everywhere else. But
I like what you said at the beginning of the show to buy local. You know, it's very important.
It's huge.
It's huge right now that we, you know, HEB, Walmart, they're having quarter years. You know, they have record-breaking years. Amazon, record-breaking years. The rich is getting richer, and the rest of us are getting poor. Is what's happening. We got to stick together, man. We got to stop making these other people. You know, they're eating our lunch. Is what's going on.
And down here too, and so much more important because obviously we're from here. It's local, but then here, just there's so much of a dominant like fast food culture, national everything, and the really good local businesses are. You know, you really want to support them so that continue to grow and kind of knock some of this other stuff out of the way.
Yeah, every day I see a local restaurant close, and it's like heartbreaking, dude. It really is, man. It really is.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many places that are are closing,
Mhm.
and people don't even understand what's going on.
Exactly.
People don't understand, and the thing is that it's not that people don't understand; they don't understand what the ripple effect is.
Totally.
Mhm,
Totally.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
and that's the thing, is that we're losing places
Exactly.
left and right.
And they're
And-
never gonna come back, man.
Yeah,
You know.
and this is these people's livelihood, and it's
Yep.
not just a thing that they're like, oh, they lost a job at Mickey D's. No. This is, they invested
Yep.
everything into this business,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And why?
This
Because shit didn't go the way it was supposed to
No.
have gone
Totally.
if it was done right.
Yeah. Totally.
And
Totally.
now people are being affected left and right. Not just business owners.
Yeah.
There's people that have jobs that they're never gonna have.
Yeah, you're right.
Ever
Right.
again.
Right.
But it's funny, you have like, the elite, and I'm not into the left or right. I put it all in the same fucking category, bro.
Yep.
But you have like Ivanka Trump, she'll be, oh, well, just do something else. Like you never had to work a day in your fucking life, and you're gonna
Right.
tell us to just do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
these fucking people, dude. Like, honestly, dude, it's fucking disgusting. dude.
I wanted to, when that happened, and she's like, just go get another job.
Yeah, just get another job. No big
I was
deal.
all like,
Okay.
oh really? How about you just go get a job at McDonald's?
Yeah, totally,
Yeah.
dude. How about you work for a day in your life?
Stop being you. Work at Mickey D's.
See how that feels.
Yep.
That'd be
Yes.
awesome, man. I love me some 5x5.
It's messed up.
Yes. What's up? Mike's still on? All right, cool. Yeah, man. So, y'all guys have. It sounds like you guys have had like quite an adventure life.
It's been good.
I mean,
It's
been
been
good.
pretty nutty, man.
Thank you, brother.
that's
it's
what's
been
up,
good.
man. Because I mean,
Thanks, man.
I've had some adventurous life, and I like people like that.
Uh-huh.
It's like character to that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
For sure.
Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people want this simple life, and
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who I like the chaos sometimes.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
I think there's been times where if things get too calm, like what's going on? What's about to happen, man?
Well, we've got only one life, I've been on my
Yeah.
deathbed probably 3 times, and every time I've been able to look back on my life and be like, you know what, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
like it was okay. Like, I lived what I need to do. I did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. Like, so for me, it works. It works for you. Hey, fucking A, dude.
Yes.
So fucking A.
Yeah, like with me, I mean, I've been through a lot. I've had 6 heart attacks.
Damn, dude.
I've
Oh,
had
man.
two minor.
That's good.
I've had two minor strokes. I have lupus now.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of shit going on, but I stay positive with it
For
because
sure.
because you can't change it.
For sure.
So
for sure.
why give it any more power or any more time than it's already taken?
Exactly.
Exactly. So I choose not to. I see people who give it that power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, it's the same thing as an addict.
Yeah. For sure.
You're allowing something to control you.
Yep.
Take your life.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
If I fought my addictions and won, why am I going to allow this illness to do it?
For sure.
With the same thing, it's like I tell people with mental illness,
Mm-hmm.
I will lose my shit on somebody who comes to me and says, I am bipolar. No, you're not. You have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bipolar.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
That is not you. That is not who
Yes.
defines you.
Yes. Yes.
You don't go to somebody with cancer doesn't say, I am cancer. Because if they did, you'd be like, you are crazy. You
The
know?
hashtag just blows up. I am cancer.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
for sure.
And that's the thing, is that people need to realize that things that you give power are the things that will control you. So if you give yourself to positive things, positive outcome.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything other than as me and my homies would say, science.
It's
know?
It's crazy enough to work.
And and you gotta just have fun with what you got.
For
You
sure.
know,
For sure.
you can't change it. Just have fun with what you got,
Mm-hmm.
and live with it. You know, too many people give too much time in complaining, and not enough time in pushing forward. And if they use that energy to push forward, they would be in places that they never thought they would have been.
Yeah.
You know, you look at people like freaking Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was homeless. He was living in the dumpster behind the Four Seasons and in Georgia, and he said he would look up at the top and say, one day I'm gonna own that.
Wow.
And now this guy not only owns that one, but he owns 7 other.
He's so
wow.
rich.
Oh wow.
And this guy, what's he do with the whole top of it? Turns it into individual motel rooms and lets homeless people stay in it.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
I'm like, see, that's amazing.
Yeah.
This is a person who came from something that is horrible, turned it into a positive, and produced more positive.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Because there's people that have had that same story, homeless, and then became loaded rich and did nothing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing this man didn't go buy him a house or a car. He bought the top of Four Seasons and said, hey guys, here's a place to live. So imagine the face on those rich guys seeing these stinky ass homeless guys walking through that lobby to go to their place.
Yep. That's awesome.
Happy as hell.
That's awesome.
You know, I'm like, kudos to you.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
And that's good people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like you guys, because just the way you guys were talking through messages, I was like, these are some people I can vibe with.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Right on.
You know, and then when you were on your way over and you were like, hey, I brought a joint. And I was all like, I looked at Jay and I was like, yeah, we get along. We get along. Oh, yes.
Nice.
So, yeah, guys. So how about we play your new video?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Before we do that, let me give a shout out to our sponsors again. I want to give some love out to Concert Culture for providing all the sound. By the way, get well soon, Matt. You healed that fucking arm and be back at it as soon as you can, brother. Thank you for that last minute of helping us out get this mic stand over here. Good looking out, brother. Also, shout out to 5x5 Brewery out in Mission, Texas. Guys, get your butts out there. Buy some beer from them. They are doing curbside right now. So just roll on up over there and tell them what you want. They got the growlers right now, and they also got the 4-pack of beers, 16-ounce cans. Right now, I am trying out the, I believe it's called the Oktoberfest.
Good.
It is standing at a strong 6 point, and a 16-ounce can. Go on out there and ask them for whichever kind you want. Whatever they have on tap, they got in can. So go on out there and get yourself some 5x5. Remember, support local.
Hell yeah.
It's the way to go. Let's stop giving these people who don't care about us our money
Exactly.
and start giving it to the people who live in our neighborhoods.
Amen.
So, also want to give a shout out to Snack Attack for providing Jackal's Corner shirts and masks that will be available soon. Details will be posted on the Jackal's Corner page. Without further ado, we are going to be going into showing you guys a video by Never High.
One word, never high.
So I will turn the mic over to these guys and let them introduce their video of what we're going to be seeing.
This song's called Needle Fix. It's off the upcoming EP, which is called Songs in the Key of Chaos. I hope you guys enjoy.
Let me tell you the story about when she took my soul away. Baby, I'm asking, how could you live with yourself that day? Let me tell you the story about when I once ruled the day. Baby, a touch, me and my one and only special place. Let me tell you about the pain I felt that day. Medicaid with tequila and cocaine. Let me tell you about the pain I felt that day. Medicaid with tequila and cocaine.
Goddess, I lay my sword before you, but like the stars at dawn you fade away. Yet I live to fight another day. Solace when I lay my eyes upon you. Your voice is like a siren song, and then I wake and you are gone. Goddess, can you hear what I say? You help me deal with the pain. You make it all okay. Oh, Goddess, without you I'll go insane. I lose you every morning when the stars how can I ever know what we had? Oh, and what we got is gone. And how can we ever know the reasons why? Oh, and what we got is wrong. Oh, it's wrong.
All right, guys. So we went through a little music sesh right there, guys. Hopefully, you guys were hanging out, listening to that local music that we were playing. We played some Mars Overdrive. Also, we played 2 videos by my guest tonight, Never High. So, guys, we're gonna be fixing to do our closeout for the night. So at this time, I usually let them. The bands give out all their info and any shout outs you want to give or anything like that, closing stuff, feel free. Once again, this is Never High.
Shout out to Animal, our drummer, to Scott Lemonhead, our guitar player, to Dorian, my son, and Aida, my love.
Right on. Yeah, again, we're Never High. Thanks again to Jackal's Corner for having us, 5x5 for this tasty beer. By the way, George, you guys did an amazing job with this stout here. The Latte Le Ralph is amazing. But yeah, you can find us on the Facebooks, the Instagrams, Never High, all one word. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, all that shit. Everywhere
All
you can
that
find
commercial
us,
place to find music.
if we haven't reached out to you, then reach out to us because
For sure.
we're trying to get everywhere. So thanks again for listening and watching. Everybody stay safe, hang out.
And any rhythm guitarist looking to join a rock and roll band, just hit us up. We would definitely like to hear what you got.
Right on, man. So, guys, I thank you guys for coming on. This was amazing. I definitely want you guys on again.
Anytime,
we got
brother.
much more to talk about.
We love it.
So with that, I say thank you again to our sponsors, 5x5 Brewery, for providing these epic alcoholic libations, if you will. Knocked it out of the park. Totally liked this beer that George recommended, the Oktoberfest. Amazing. Stands at a very strong 6 point. That's a pretty high content for those of you that don't know. That's higher than most beers that are sold at your Stripes store. So,
Shout out to Stripes.
so go ahead and get your butts out there to 5x5. Remember, always support local. Screw this corporate shit. You need to start supporting the local people here in our RGV. They are the people who are going to still be providing us our products long after all this COVID bullshit ends. So if you don't take care of them now, they're not going to be able to be here to take care of you when you need them. So let's do that. Let's support them. Shout out to Concert Culture for providing sound. Matt Rios, buddy, get better. We're going to hang soon. You got to stop doing that wrestling, man. You done broke your arm, man. Told you not to mess with Chris Jericho.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as you get better, brother, we're gonna hang out here and watch a wrestling pay-per-view and drink some 5x5s and order some T-Go's barbecue. So shout out to them. Shout out to Snack Attack, providing all the awesome snacks that we get, and the shirts for Jackal's Corner and the masks that these lovely ladies provided for us so that we don't get sick. That's epic. Shout out to all the bands that are here in the Valley. You guys hold on, man. This shit will be over and we're gonna be at a fucking show soon enough, fucking raising our glasses and our horns and headbanging and fucking loving life again. So hold on, guys. We're almost through. After that, just peace and love, guys. Thanks to Jay Moniz for always being that solid dude behind the scenes.
Awesome.
We love Jake.
I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Keep watch on what's coming next. just know, January, I got a very, very, very special guest that is going to be coming on here that is going to knock your socks off. Just remember, he is the man with the voice. Peace and love, guys. Till next time, this is Steven with Jackal's Corner.